Back in the saddle again. Just wrote my own new intro. Did the music, composed it, edited, directed it myself. I hope you guys liked it. This is the Failure Stop Podcast Breakdown, the #1 podcast for police-related breakdowns, where I, a former law enforcement officer, along with other former law enforcement officers, try to break down these cases as objectively as we can without sounding like ESPN Monday morning quarterbacks. We try to bring some flavor to the show. Joining me today, as always, on most Fridays, it's been a while. It's actually been a month since he's joined me, but I have Josh, former police officer from Dead Leg Media, and now, I don't know, are you considered an entrepreneur? You're with this startup. He's doing all these crazy lights and stuff for Warner. We'll let him talk about it here in just a minute, but today's case is James Mitchell Kerr. He pulls the gun on the police while on his lawnmower. It's a crazy story, but I feel like crazy is where I want to go today. Also, we have a hero clip of the day, something we started a couple of weeks ago. Going to bring that in here. It is a live chat this morning. We got Loren up in the chats already. Murder 530. Appreciate you guys being here. As it continues to grow, I will adjust the chats a little bit more. Today's show brought to you by Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. Check it out right now. In bestsellers in political humor, we're number one bestseller in political humor. Number 2 is Bill Maher. But I'm number 1 right now. I don't like to say I like to say we. Me, Nick Palmisano, Josh, Jonathan Bates, everybody who kind of put their hands on my wife, my squad, my old squad. But this was a very funny true story. If you haven't got a hold of it, listen, the audiobook, it looks like it's going to win a whole bunch of awards this year. Everybody's raving about the audiobook. It's number 1 in several categories right now, getting insane feedback on the audiobook. I'll play you guys a clip from the audiobook a little bit later today, the trailer. But before we do that, Joshua, take it away. Bring us in here, brother.
The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on
This is
Sunday.
about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
Yes, it is funny that it is political humor. Glad that other people are starting to pick up on that. Political humor? I didn't even think my book was very political, but I guess the day and age that we're in, 2025, everything's political. You can't make a funny story and have it called Police Anything without it being political, even though the book's not very political. The reviews. Let's read some reviews really quick from all of you guys. By the way, if you've read the book and you haven't left a review, I really encourage you to please do so. I mean, I feel like a preacher in church. Like, if you haven't already tithed an offering, but please give more. You've already given me the purchase of the book, and now give me more. I'm kidding. Please. It does help. We are trying to make the New York Times bestseller list. Not that I really care so much about the New York Times bestseller list at this point because of other things that are going on with the book right now. Nod, wink, wink. I'll let you guys know more on that as it follows, but the book is going to be fine. It'll be just fine. And hey, if it's not a great book that wins awards, maybe it will be a great TV series or movie that becomes a great book, but more to come on that. But I think it is cool to see other reviews. It would be nice to have a law enforcement book be on a New York Times bestseller, because that would, I feel like it's breaking the glass ceiling for other law enforcement officers like the military, all the military people that wrote books. I think cop stories are way better and are more factual than a lot of the military stories that you read. Not saying that like military stories aren't real, but at least with police stories, you have police reports to back up the stories. Like, it's very hard. You know, you deploy in Vietnam, and then 20 years later, when you don't know any of those people anymore, and those people don't really remember you, and half of them are dead for whatever reasons, and you write, but there's not really any way to verify if those stories are true or not true. With a police book, you know, there's always that thought of somebody could track this story down and pull the case report. And if that happens, you know, what would you look like when that happens? So I think that police related books are are the new thing. I hope so. I hope they become the new thing because cops really do have the best stories. They really do have the best stories. And I picked today's case to show you. I know we do a lot of the cool guy, big police shootings, big police chases. But as you've read my book, a lot of you guys have read my book, it's the stories in between those big moments that still make the career the greatest show on earth. Is that right, Josh? Is that accurate?
You get a front row seat. Like, there are times that I'll like stories that I have, and I'm nothing crazy, that I'll start the story with, I could not make this up if I sat down and tried to line up everything that happened in the sequence of events that happened, and then it actually happened. Like, there are things that happen in law enforcement that you're like, you'll look at your partner and go, all right, you've seen that too, right? You're another human being that can verify this happened. That's a factual thing. I'm not seeing, like, you literally, it is the greatest show on earth, and you have the best seat to it. So we'll have the best stories, and they'll sound just outlandish. And even the outlandish stories are leaving out the most outlandish parts of the stories because it's so unbelievable.
It was funny because I went on Andy Stump's podcast, Cleared Hot. If you haven't listened to it, it's like almost 3 hours long. Cleared Hot. It's out now. Cleared Hot, ERIC TANSEY. But some of the comments, because these people don't know me. And by the way, I was extremely nervous going on his show, and I talked really, really fast. But he also asked me questions that have never really been asked before of me. And so I don't have a lot of practice of telling those stories. So of course I leave a couple of things out of the stories that I go back, and I was kind of listening to his podcast. It was a little too cringe for me to go back and listen to it. Because I talk so fast, and hearing myself and just my internal judgments of myself get the best of me. And I just can't, I end up feeling worse about myself when I hear myself, especially on a podcast that big, where you're like, this is my moment. This is it. This is my time to shine. I'm on Cleared Hot, Andy Stump, all the guys that I hang around. That's one of their favorite shows. It's in Montana. It's in this picturesque, beautiful spot right next to the Black Rifle Coffee Company. I mean, this is it, Eric. This is it. And I sounded like a complete moron. And matter of fact, some of the comments on the YouTubes were like, is this guy on crack cocaine? Or my BS meter is pegging. That's my favorite, because I feel like if he actually knew me, he would be like, oh, I know it sounds like BS, but that's been my whole life. Like, a lot of people won't believe or cannot believe the stuff that I've done. And it's not the stuff that I've done is amazing or cool. It's just the amount of different things that I've done that make it seem untrue. I never said I was excellent or a master at anything I've done. I've just not lived. I remember as a kid watching Edward Scissorhands, and I just remember saying, like, I'll never live that way. I'll never be in one of those houses with the same yard, the same lawn, with just like minute details to make you seem like you're free. I'm going to do what Eric wants to do, no matter how hard I have to work to do that. So like, I knew I wanted a big family. I've worked very hard to have a big family. I knew I wanted to live out in the country and have a big piece of property. I worked very hard to get my little tiny home out in the country and have my little piece of American freedom, and I'm still chasing those dreams today. So I get it. It sounds foolish. But as the wolf pack will tell you, these stories are probably more true than they're not. I did get a chance to meet Michael August, drove in from Nashville, a couple of other people from Virginia. My cousin came in town. Michael August came in town. Some people came up from Charleston, which was really, really cool. New Jersey, that was pretty cool. And so I got to meet and hang out with a lot of fans. I think we probably had probably throughout the night, I think it was 49, just under 49 people showed up to get their books autographed, because I gave out 49 bookmarkers. That's how I know that we did 49. So that was pretty cool for the first time ever book signing, and doing that out in the middle of nowhere. It was really, really cool. So thank you to everybody who came out and did that. I also want to thank everybody who left me a review on Amazon. What was that comment on the YouTubes? Sorry, audio guys. Brian W says, it's hard work to have a big family, 30 seconds at a time. Yeah. I find that having a big family is actually easier and less work, because then you have a big family to do all the chores. Like today's yard cleanup day, yard work day. I told my kids they want to do marshmallows and fire. And I said, we got to like clean up the yard. Yeah, because it's fall and it's beautiful.
Oh,
and
that's fun.
I kind of accounted in my brain that today would be like an all day yard cleanup day, getting all the branches and all the sticks from all the storms and get them piled up. And because we have a big yard, big piece of property with a lot of trees. It's like a rainforest out here. And bro, they were done in like they were done 30 minutes before I started this show. Like the yard looks beautiful outside. I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. So maybe we'll just do a fire all day. Who knows? I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll go get a 6-pack of Nature's Nectar coconut water. Oh, I'm not sponsored by it, but I absolutely love the coconut water with the pulp in it. I don't know why. I just really dig it. But anyway. All right. So I want to read to you guys. I want to thank you so much. And I know listen, if you're first time to Failure Stop, this is not normally how the show goes. I normally try to get right back into these price breakdowns, but we were on this 90-day book tour. And so we're always doing these updates, and that's just the way it's going to go until like probably close to Christmas, right? Like probably Thanksgiving-ish. I will be doing these shows where I have to catch all the fans up, right? Because I'm not podcasting as much as I normally am. We do have a Patreon coming out this weekend where I sat down with Sarah. I don't want to say her name. I don't want to say her name because she has a pseudonym for the show. Kind of like Abby Ellsworth has an author name. She has an author name. I don't want to give it away.
Dave.
Yeah, her name is Bill. But we're gonna do her. We recorded a Patreon. It'll be up either tonight or tomorrow morning. So head over to the Patreon accounts. Less than a cup of coffee a month. There'll be a lot of new stuff coming on the Patreon too, as I get to hang out with more and more celebrities and get to do stuff. So that's where I'm gonna kind of put all of the insider interviews that I'm doing lately. But anyway, so bear with me. I want to read some of these Amazon reviews that you guys have left, because they're just incredible and I really appreciate it. And like I said, again, we're number 3,238 in all of Audible books. So we're in the top 5,000 books, Audible books on Amazon, which there are millions. We're number 1 in political humor. We're number 2 in law enforcement politics bestsellers. We are number 2 in law enforcement bestsellers. What? And that's all because of you guys. That's all because of everybody. So here's what the customers are saying about the book. This one says, unbefreaking-leavable. 5 stars. If you're a fan of cop books, read this. If you've never read a cop book before, read this. If you don't care about cops or cop books, read it anyhow. This book is truly 1 in a million. Surprise every minute. Page turner that had me up way past my bedtime, reading chapter after chapter, multiple nights in a row. I simply couldn't put it down. It made me laugh, cry, and many other things as I followed along with Eric's journey into the world of law enforcement and life. It captures lightning in a jar with its amazing ability to make you laugh out loud one page, revel in joy of life on another, and rage against the futility of it all in another. What a great read. Here's another one. This one's a little bit shorter. 5 stars. Just buy the book. You won't regret it. Pig Latin kept me engaged from the very first story. Eric has a unique way of telling stories. He doesn't shy away from showing both the good and the bad, but he balances it with humor like no other. That makes it even the tough, dark moments easier to take in. I found myself laughing one moment, pissed off the next, and onto wanting to cry another moment. It's rare to find a book that makes you feel so many things at once, and that's what made this such an engaging read for me. If you're looking for something that's honest, real, and unexpectedly funny, I can't recommend it enough. That was from a lady named Jen Caldwell, it looks like. Here's an actual Failure to Stop fan, Nicholas Blumdalen. From across the pond, he says, awesome real-life police stories with humor, 5 stars. Whoa, what a story, or more accurately, a bunch of crazy stories beautifully put together in a way that draws in the writer, the writer, kisses you, and calls you a loser all at the same time. I can only highly recommend this if you are up for an adrenaline ride with all the emotions in one book. I laughed, I cried, I was mad, I got hungry, and I felt sorry for the deaf girl. One person found this helpful. And I mean, it just goes on and on. I think we're up to almost 40 reviews at this point. Yeah, 40 ratings right here. It says it right here. And I appreciate those coming. I read every single one. Wish I could reply to them. Josh, I wish I could reply to them, but I can't. Does Amazon doesn't, as the author, it won't let me. I can do it for my wife's account, but I don't think I can, like, it won't let ERIC TANSEY respond.
Are you still having the problem with all the books showing up with no address to send it back to after?
Yeah, if you mailed me a book I've got a million just sitting on my counter. None of you assholes. Some of you left a note from Amazon and it says like, I've been waiting so long for this book, but you didn't leave an address or a name. Or it's your God-given name. And I've never heard that name before because your screen name is like, you know, Canon MILF 365. But on the box, it says like Elizabeth Fernando. You know what I mean? So Bosco says, where's my damn bookmark? I thought those were all out. Did you not get a bookmark? How did Bosco not get a bookmark? Hey, Bosco, I'm doing a signing near Savannah with a super secret group of people. But if you DM me, I will let you know when and where I'm doing it. And you can maybe be a fly on the wall for that if you'd like. But I guess DM me if. Okay, so let's do this. Here was the problem with all of this is some of you DM'd me on Failure to Stop. Some of you DM'd me on ERIC TANSEY. Some of you did it on ERIC TANSEY Facebook. Some of you did it on Failure to Stop Facebook. Some of you did it in FTS Wolfpack Facebook. Some of you did it in Last Call, Fox News. Like I had messages everywhere. So it was super fucking hard to keep track of where. There is a new Instagram page called Pig Latin the Book. At Pig Latin the Book. And it's literally only pictures and chronicles of the actual book. So it's like it's got like real images and real pictures and artist renditions from Jonathan Bates of the actual events in the book so that you can read the book, go to that Instagram page and just see real scenes. And of course, people who bought the book and stuff like that. So every day, about twice a day, I will post pictures from actual events in the book. That one right there is the swamp story. That is the hero swamp as Mohawk Boy in the book. So for those of you who've read the book, and yes, it is really red. So Pig Latin Red is red, and that is really her managing that account. I have nothing to do with that. Yeah, so if you are a fan of red, I hope to get Pig Latin Bruno on here too. He retires in a few weeks, and so I'm going to try to get him to do a Pig Latin Bruno, and then you guys can be friends with each one of the cast and crew. All the other guys are still active law enforcement, so maybe I'll do a Pig Latin Jace or something like that. But yeah, there's Pig Latin Red. There's a picture of Red on a crime scene. So if you're really into that book, so in the book I mentioned that I had to get back in shape after breaking my leg, and I had a spare tire around my waist. Here's the picture, thanks to Red, of me and my spare tire. But you know, her abs are great in that picture because she didn't have to take 5 months off. You know, I think it's a very unfair picture.
Well, yeah, blame it on the 5 months being on the couch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is because I've been hurt since 2017. That's what my gut's from. I'm recovering. So there'll be pictures of me shirtless with Red in the future, training to get back into it. No,
well, whatever makes her feel good. Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. Just
now go to the other picture of Red in the basketball. And I'm sorry for you audio listeners, which is like 99% of you. I really apologize, but we're having fun with our live chats here. This is Red. It's so many people have like DM'd me like she has perfect form. Wow, in uniform, still hitting the jumpers, blah 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 blah. But what you don't know about this picture is I think it's the only picture that I know of, unless somebody else sends me one down the pipeline. But this is the only one with that original D Squad in there. So you have Red, you have Wreck-It Ralph, you have Sirius, and then you have me over on the right. And again, this was another picture where I was having a hard time because I was still coming back from the ankle, or maybe I had a broken rib on that one from rugby. But I remember that basketball day being very difficult. We were doing that for some middle school kids, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so every day I think Red will be posting and I will be posting, and then eventually maybe Bruno will have one and Jace will have one, and then I'm also going to put just other stuff in there. But it all pertains to the book. And so we can build that community, and I would love to have Red on there. And I think as the book grows, we'll probably do more signings where I'll fly Red in or fly Bruno in, or try to get one character with me on some of these bigger shows. And then hopefully some of these bigger podcasts will start having these other guys on there and girls on there. So we'll see what happens. A lot going down the pipeline. But again, I appreciate all of you for everything that you've done. Let's jump into today's show, which is brought to you by Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. So I wanted to start off with a hero video of the day. And let's do, I think this is it here. Let's see. No, I apologize. That's the one. That's the wrong one. Let me go. Let me find it here. Sorry, I'm producing. I should have let my producer do this for me this morning.
So I got my hands up because it's getting hot in here.
Man, where is the damn it. But I'll keep that one up because I do want to use that one.
Yeah.
Please tell me I have it, Josh.
You probably, this is one of those things because we joke. We legitimately
Here it is.
did.
Here it is. I found it. I found it. Here we
We
go.
joked that it's going to be a bad show because we were so prepared. We joked about this. It's either going to be really, really good or it's going to be watching us fumble up the stairs. So here it is.
We had to fumble at least once.
Yep.
I forgot I did this at the end. Here we go. This is our cool guy video of the day. If you want to submit to me a cool guy video of the day, I don't break it down. It's just a cool guy video. I play it, gets you all motivated, makes you feel good inside, and then kick ass. If you want to submit that to me, submit it to the Failure to Stop Instagram, DM me, or the Failure to Stop Facebook Messenger. And you can nominate a cool guy video for the week. And this is my cool guy video of the week from police activity. This is a teen thief tackled by a 76-year-old man during a police chase. You got to check it out.
Going toward the deli.
All right. First of all, for you audio listeners, this is in like what looks like a Publix or a grocery store. It's a nice grocery store, not like a food tiger. You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to say their official names. I don't want to get in trouble. But it does. I shop at the Food Kitty, by the way, because I'm a peasant. But this looks like one of those upper class, maybe like a Publix or a Harris Tate or a Weg. No, it's not. It's too small to be a Wegmans. But you know what I mean? This is like one of those high-end groceries. The cop's like, we're running towards the deli. I don't know that you need to be putting out where you're running in the store on the radio. Just chase the bad guy. Like, you're in the grocery. You'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, even if you got into some serious shit, there's enough civilians that are going to be able to, like, guide any other cop that's coming to help you. I just think it's funny. I preach about this a lot. Like, we have become, in the last 8 years, cops are obsessed with talking on the radio. It's not that talking on the radio is a bad thing, but like, guys, like sometimes you got to get to work and we got to forget about the fucking radio. Like, just catch the bad guy first and then maybe jump on the radio. I don't know. That is me being a Monday morning quarterback. This guy is awesome, but I'm not trying to break this down. So here we go. I'll just keep playing it and shut the fuck up.
Get on the ground.
But also, how much fun would it be to chase somebody in a grocery store?
You got an
I've
audience?
never done it. I've never done it. I'll tell a story after this about a grocery store, but I didn't get to chase somebody in the grocery store. But how fucking cool would that be? It's like playing tag in, like, I've always wanted to do that, even as a kid. Not even chase a bad guy, but just like chasing your brother, chasing your best friend, like without any repercussions or having to worry about it, just blazing, just flash lightning all the way through the grocery, like whipping around, like knocking over carts. It's pretty badass, right? Anybody else have that?
Everything going everywhere.
I feel like
this reminds me of every great movie has a good chase through a store.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like that they need a better one though. Like in a high-end grocery store. They're always in like janky. They're always like going through like janky restaurants or janky
street markets and stuff like that.
Street markets. Like, we need a good movie where they go through like a nice Wegmans, like a big ass store too. Like, and I feel like if I'm chasing somebody in a grocery store, dude, like I'm dragging my hands down the aisles and just knocking all the shit off the shelves. Why? Because why not? Why not? I mean, at that point, like, let's make it a movie. Like that banana stand right there, those bananas are going everywhere for no reason. It would be pretty laughable. Bosco Autry says if he got Factor meals, he wouldn't have to go grocery shopping and get arrested. I mean, he's not wrong. He is not wrong.
Facts are facts.
TJR says Eric may have said this already, but did he narrate? Of course I did. I narrated the audiobook and it is phenomenal. And I think it's going to win a bunch of awards. I'm going to play a teaser trailer at probably the 30-minute mark of this video for our commercial break. Since the show is brought to you by Pigland, I'm just going to play the audio version, which is #1 bestseller in political humor over Bill Maher. Heyo. All right, let's go back to this cool guy video.
Get on the ground.
Is the taser sound the modern day racking the shotgun?
Yeah, it really is.
You walk into like someone's trailer in the middle of the night, you hear that shotgun rack, you know shit's about to hit the fan.
Oh yeah.
You hear that, you know someone's about to take the electric ride. Like,
dude,
that's a good
Bob Barker tackling this dude, perfect rugby form, smoking this dude, as I said, through a display. I mean, this is what dreams are made of, dude. These are my wet dreams.
I got him.
The price
76
is
years
wrong,
old.
bitch.
Could you imagine Biden at the beginning of his term trying to tackle anyone in a grocery store?
Falling up the stairs.
I got him.
Resisting. You handle it.
He's bleeding. Are you bleeding, sir? Yeah, you're bleeding.
Hands behind back.
And of course,
it's not my blood.
Yeah, it ain't my blood. He like looks at his hand and it's like, you know, he's got old man fickle skin. How perfect would it be though if he tackled him? Because this looks like the magazine aisle or like maybe like the school area. What if he tackled him in the book area and then like my book was right there on the shelf?
Oh,
By the way, people sending me pictures of my book at Barnes & Noble in New York, in Florida, in San Antonio, Texas, in North, like anytime, like if you go to a Barnes & Nobles and my book is on the shelf and you send me a picture, just know I am hard. Like, no, I mean, like it doesn't matter if you're a dude, a girl, or whatever. You got me hard and you can live with that the rest of your life. I mean, you can take that to your grave. Like I made Eric hard once. All right, let me finish this. I want to play this in the video one more time for the tackle. Here we go. Ready?
Get on the ground.
Boom!
I got him.
Let's go.
Resisting. You handle it.
Stop resisting. Did the old man say that?
I think so. You know what that is? That's an old man that does not want to have to go and ask someone to get his shaving stuff out of the display.
Yeah. He's
That's
tired of
what
it.
that is. I'm
He's
done.
tired of it. That's called fatigue. There's some kind of fatigue that's going around, and it's getting your razor out of a locked area because idiots can't not steal shit that looks easy to steal. And he just had enough. Bob Barker was like, "Price is wrong, bitch. I'm sending you through this cage right here. And yeah, you want some batteries while you're at it? You like apples? You like double A's? How do you like those double A's? Because we just took out the double A battery display, baby." I mean, I feel like if whatever that is, maybe a Publix or something like that, because there's a lot of green there. I think they should give this dude a gift card. I think the 76-year-old man should get a gift card. They should be rewarding this guy. This guy should get his Employee of the Month plaque like they do at all the Plinko. Yeah, Plinko motherfucker, says low rent. That's funny. That's funny. Gosh, man, that's good. TJR says, nice. My wife does audiobooks, so I know her Christmas gift now. Bro, don't wait till Christmas. That's ridiculous. Buy it now. It's $20, I think.
17.
Speaking of which, we're at the top of the hour. Let's do a quick commercial break where I play for you a brief, and this is listen, this is the audio listeners' best ad ever because you guys are going to hear it because this is the trailer for the audiobook. All right. Trailer for the audiobook. Here we go.
This is Audible.
Simon & Schuster Audio presents Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story of a former police officer by ERIC TANSEY and Nick Palmisano. Read by ERIC TANSEY.
Introduction. My name is ERIC TANSEY, and after 8 years as a police officer patrolling one of the toughest neighborhoods in the United States, Raleigh, North Carolina's Southeast District, I was presented with a life-saving award and was fired on the same day. Spoiler alert, that's how my police journey ends. And if that sounds like a wild juxtaposition, then just wait until you hear about everything that led up to that moment. As a cop, I did my job the same way I do everything, full-throated, unapologetically, and with everything I have. That led me to many amazing and terrible adventures as an officer. From gunfights to car crashes to being nicknamed Leroy Jenkins, after the famous World of Warcraft video where the guy ruins the plan by jumping into a fight too early, to becoming a sommelier, to talking people off of ledges, and to everything in between. I routinely vacillated between hating my job and loving what I did, almost as if I were two officers playing as one. To be honest though, my life kind of rolls that way. In high school, I was the football player who was also a surfer, where neither group was fond of the other and I was stretched in between. I went to Bible club, but I wore all black, grew my hair out, and played punk rock. I loved the social aspects of school, but hated sitting in a chair all day and dreamed of dirt biking, skateboarding, surfing, or really anything other than sitting there and looking at a chalkboard. After I graduated, I lived on the beach in St. Augustine, Florida with my girlfriend and my buddy, working a fishing charter and loving life. And then one day, I heard the Battle of Fallujah live streaming over the radio. I knew then that I had to leave my idyllic life and do something more, so I enlisted in the National Guard as a cavalry scout. They sold me on the idea that I would ride dirt bikes. Surprisingly, I never saw one the entire time I was in. At 19 years old, I went straight to Afghanistan and was immediately split off from my platoon and into a 6-man recon element that was used to run missions from in and around Jalalabad and Nangarhar province all the way to Bagram in the capital city of Kabul. I was the youngest guy in the school. I'll end it there. But that is the trailer coming from Audible. So really all it is just like the prologue, which I think sucks. Like, does anybody read the prologue to a book? The introduction? Why not just go straight to chapter 1?
Well, at least a couple people did, because that's where they read the book, and then the early reviews, they wanted to go back and be like, oh, who is this guy? That's true. That's true. But you get it. You can see it's pretty great. Like, actually, like, I do all the voices. Like, I do all the voices. Leroy Jenkins.
That motherfucker fought it in my goddamn olives. Or who's that motherfucker shoe coming through my goddamn ceiling? Who gonna pay for this shit? All those voices are in the book, so I think you'll like it. All right, let's get on with today's case breakdown. Head over to Amazon.com, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, Target, Walmart, or wherever you order books these days, and grab Pig Latin, a seriously funny true story. By the way, somebody said that the audiobook's $30. I mean, I'm sitting right here on Amazon. It says audiobook $17.05. Audio CD is $32.49. Who's still listening to CDs? You paid $32 for the audio CD?
Do you take it to the museum to play it in
I kind of want one, actually. I want a CD. That would be pretty dope. The audio book, though, from Audible is $17.05. Don't be cheap. Kindle is $14.99. Hardcover, $26.99. But there you go. And you can enjoy a free trial, and I think you get 13% off. So, yeah, just get the audiobook. You'll love it. And then leave a review. Okay, let's go on to today's case breakdown. Man of many voices, he says. CD's nuts. Of course, I knew that one was coming. He didn't even mention me in Declared Hot. Oh, fuck. I was so nervous. I forgot to mention just about everybody. But I'll get you again. I'm going on Chad Robichaux's show next month. So, and I'm doing a Texas tour. Actually, I'm going to stay at Lázaro Lopez's house. He doesn't know this yet. October 15th, Lázaro, I have a show in Houston, and then going over to San Antonio for a show, and then up to Austin. So I need a place to stay. I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot. I would never like publicly try to put you on the spot or anything, but yo, Lázaro Lopez, can I crash at your house? October 15th.
His address is 262 Cherry Street.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Unit 4.
Don't want it to be weird or anything, but I just asked you in front of, thousands
of
or so
people.
folks. All right, here we go. Let's go on to today's case breakdown.
Where's this coming out of? I've not even seen I know that it involves a lawnmower just because I've seen that in the little, like the preview that's down there. I don't know anything about this case.
Nothing?
No, because this is one of those things, like it involves a lawnmower. And you said a lawnmower, and like who rides a lawnmower strapped? Like,
I do. 100%. We'll talk about it.
But you live in the jungle. You have jungle though. You could legitimately be mowing your front yard, and then when you're in your back 40, you could run into a brown bear. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
so
something
this
that you could.
This story is out of Jackson, Michigan. Why do like all crazy police stories come out of Michigan? I feel like we do a lot.
It's either Florida or Michigan. There's a lot of Michigans, actually.
There's a lot of Michigans, bro. Indiana too, actually.
That the Great Lakes region.
I have a sheepdog holster chest rig for mowing my yard. So if you'll go to my Instagram while I'm showing this in just a second, and then scroll down to the picture of me wearing the chest rig, there should be an image when I was in Montana of me wearing that chest rig. Go to sheepdogholsters.com, and you can get the chest rig, and it's perfect for mowing the lawn. It is my lawn mowing. It's my 4-wheeler chest rig. It's my lawnmower chest rig. So it's like right here, boom. And if this guy had been carrying it on a chest rig, he probably would have had a better, well, I shouldn't say that, but anyway, yeah, you can see it in that picture. This is me in Montana, but that's the chest rig right there. So it's like kind of perfect if you're hunting or you're afraid of bears or whatever. You can yank that thing right out of your and you can customize that so you can get like a Pig Latin holster. The one I'm wearing, and that one is Vans, because my kids are skateboarders, and I thought it would be funny to have like a Vans logoed out. Oh yeah, and then there it is. There's a good one right there. You can kind of see the video, the Vans holster. Yeah, that's my lawn mowing holster. So I carry one all the time. But here we go. This is out of Jackson, Michigan. This is probably Red's cousin, to be fair. Probably Red's cousin. All right, you ready? First little bit is him walking through, for your audio listeners. Oh God, yeah. Bosco says Montana is badass. Yes, it's so badass. It's such a great state. Very expensive, but very beautiful and free, and it's very cool. First part of this video, the police officer is walking through what looks like a lawnmower repair shop, and his body camera audio isn't on yet. For those of you who don't know civilians, when you hit play, when you hit record, your body camera goes back 2 minutes in time and records that 2 minutes without sound. That's just the mechanics of the body camera. I'm not going to break that down for you on this episode. You have to look that up on your own. So I'm not going to play the full 2 minutes of the silence as he's walking through, but I'll play like the final 10 seconds, and then you'll hear the rest. You guys ready for the big case breakdown? Here it comes. There it is, walking through the lawnmower, really chill. He's got a manager. The manager's taking him back to whoever this guy is that has warrants.
Get a wheelchair.
This is, I guess, near Lansing.
How you doing, James? Come on out there, man. Come here.
We are in pursuit.
Stop!
So he's sitting on for your audio listeners, he's sitting on a big giant, one of those big giant lawnmowers that has the zero turn.
Zero turn. Yep.
Yeah. Zero turn. And he's put that thing into full rabbit mode. And his highest gear, he's in gear 6, and yeah, we're cruising, baby, and the cops chasing him.
Stop!
Well, the cop even, like, as he started chasing.
Get off now!
So now the cop's running alongside of him, and he pulls out his taser. I'm not against it. Now, our policy and most policies across the country, if you're a police officer and you have a different policy, hit us in the chats, let us know. But a lot of agencies, you cannot tase somebody simply for running. They have to be actively resisting these days. Maybe that's not the policy. Again, that's not law, just policy. Can you tase somebody by policy for fleeing on a lawnmower?
Because a lot of places have turned, well, not turned, but when it was first, because the taser's been out for about 25 years now. When it first came out, those policies were so loose. It was, you could just run through those cartridges, 5-6 cartridges a night, just tasing all the way. But now it's to the point where they recognize that if you're going to tase someone and it's incapacitating you, that they look at using a taser as if you were utilizing deadly force. So it's just a less, again, those terms, less lethal, but it's another form of deadly force in some places, because there was a big riot down in Georgia over a suspect wrestled a taser from the police officer, and the police officer shot him. And there was a big thing about whether a taser is a deadly weapon or not. So
we covered that in depth on the show.
Yep. Plus, if you tase someone now, like just like being behind the wheel of a vehicle, you're behind the wheel of or behind the controls or the levers, whatever you want to call them.
I mean, let's say you tase this dude while you're riding on the lawnmower and he goes into full taser mode. It's not like there's not a throttle. I mean, there's not a gas pedal. So the thing's going to keep moving. Like, I guess the blade's not running, so that's a good thing. But like, what if he like fell off and his leg went up under there and it was running? That would be crazy. But I'm sure this cop's thinking of all these things. Like, do I tase this guy? Can I tase this guy? Like, I don't know what their policy is. Like, maybe they have a policy. It's like, if they run, you can zap them. In which case, good to go. But if not, I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things. Like, what happens if you tase somebody from a lawnmower? I don't know. I don't know what would happen. Don't really care. Like, how about just don't run? How about don't have warrants? And then 2, if you do have warrants, let's not run from the cops. Like, that would be the easy answer. Now, this is like my favorite part of this video for the case breakdown. We've talked about this 1,000 times. I mentioned it in my book in detail. What do I say? Abby Ellsworth, you've been in our chats way long enough. You should know the answer to this. If somebody has contraband on them or a weapon on them, what do they always do?
They touch it.
They touch it, or they blade themselves towards it. Like, if a kid, I say in my book, if you want to know where the kid got his M&Ms from, the indicator is always going to be that he looks to where he got the M&Ms right before he lies, right? Like, if it's in his pocket and you say, where did you get those M&Ms? I don't know what you're talking about. He's going to rub his pocket, or his hand is going to, or maybe his thumb starts caressing that pocket. Like, there's always an indicator. So this guy, if you're, and listen, I believe in indicator-based policing. I actually want to teach a class. I don't like to see myself as like a teacher or leader, but maybe it's the ADHD in my life. I am great at picking up indicators. I mean, it is like the only gift that God has given me, that I can like pick up indicators in people, all the indicators. I can see what your hands are doing. I can see what your toes are doing. I can see if you're tapping, and I don't always know the answer why, but I always recognize something. And I'm very self-aware when I'm talking to people, and even outside of law enforcement, just like in general, typically I am pretty self-aware on the indicators that are given. So right away, this guy is belading his shoulder in a very, like, that's not normal, right? Like, do you belade your shoulder to get off of a lawnmower? Have you ever done that? Have you ever beladed and brought your hand all the way across your wrist? Across your waist to get off a lawnmower? No. So it's just one indicator. Does it mean he's going to kill you? No. Does it mean that we have to do anything based on this? No. But what's important is that we identify that we have one indicator here that something is weird. Let's keep going and see if we have any more.
Get off now! Get off right now! Get off!
Okay, indicator number 2. I'm getting off. He stands up, he sits down. He stands up, he sits down. What do we call that? What is that? When you don't know what you want to do, what is the continuum, the time warp continuum that you were caught in at that moment? What is that called?
Get that loop.
Yeah, fight or flight. Talked about that in the book. Here it is, guys. Like, you're seeing all this stuff firsthand. He's like, oh, I'm good. I'm good. Still reaching across his waistband. Why? We don't know. But now we have two indicators that something's crazy. Ooh, now he's going for it. Now he's going for a gun. Like, I know you said, like, who carries a gun on their lawnmower? Hopefully that, like, bad people carry guns everywhere.
He's going for his insurance. He got pulled over. That's what he's registration and insurance.
You shot me over my registration.
Shut it off and step off now. I am. Get up.
I am. Calm down. I'm getting off the lawnmower. Calm down. Now, he did just shut the lawnmower off, but why did he use his left hand to reach all the way across his body to turn that off when he could have just used his right hand? Where is his right hand? What's his right hand doing? Uh-oh. Yes, somebody says he racked it. We see some other indicators here. He's getting really big so the cop can't see what's on the other side of him. Another indicator. It's like if a guy's leaning out of his car window, it's probably because he doesn't want you to see the beer can that's sitting in the koozie in the center compartment. He gets real big so that you can't see inside that window. This guy's getting real big. He's belating himself. He's making himself, he's belating himself in such a way that you cannot see the firearm or knife or whatever the fuck he's trying to do. Abby says that he's saying one thing and doing another. I hate that. We always see that. And it sucks because the media always goes off of what they're saying. Like, well, he says he's not resisting. You know, meanwhile, the dude's punching the cop in the face. Here we have the same thing. He's like, calm down. I am getting up. Well, no, you're not. You just sat back in the fucking seat. Like, we just watched you literally scoot your ass as far back on that seat as you could possibly get it while saying you're getting off of the lawnmower. So, all right, here we go.
Now.
Okay, he puts his hands up, but then he starts to walk away. And where is his eyes? Where is his eyes? Look where his eyes are. Are his eyes where he wants to run? No. When somebody runs, what do? Josh? Somebody in the chats, you guys know. You guys are all cops, first responders. If somebody's going to run, where do they look?
They're going to go.
Where am I going to run to? Before anybody ever runs, they always look left. They look right. They look behind them. They're like, what's the best place for me to run to right now? Where am I going to go next? They always do it. If you got somebody sitting on a curb and they're not looking at your eyes and they're looking off to the left, it's not because they see a pretty girl walking down the street. They're like, I'm going to run to that gas station right there. And then they take off running. This guy is staring at his lawnmower. That's the first thing I recognized. I saw this video. I had no idea what the video was. When the person that sent it to me on Failure to Stop, they wanted me to break this down. I don't know if they wanted me to break it down. I think they just sent me a video. And if you know on Instagram, there's not like you don't see like a caption. It's just the square block image.
Yep.
And so I didn't know what was coming, but I remember I was watching this video and I was like, all these indicators are just like bow, 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 which is why I chose this video for today because I love indicator-based policing. But like this is one I picked up on like super fast in the moment. I'm like, why is he so concerned with that fucking lawnmower? And let's find out why.
You run, I'm gonna tase you, James.
James grabs a fucking gun out of a holster out of his lawnmower. Now where is he looking?
Where he's going to point the gun at.
And
where his target is.
Now listen, and now the cop's got a fucking taser out, but watch how fast the cop goes from taser to gun. That's not his taser in his hand. He's like a magician. I had to watch this 4 or 5 times because I'm like, when did he pull the gun out? He had his taser out. When did he pull the gun out? Let's watch this. This is why we practice all the time. So you can get this good, this fast. Watch how fast this happens. I'm not going to stop it anymore. I want you to watch how fast this cop gets his gun out. And I want you to listen to the words that comes out of James's mouth.
Now. You run, I'm gonna tase you, James. I'm gonna. Drop the gun!
And now he shoots rounds. And they blurred the rounds out for some reason. Did you see how fast he got that gun out?
What a transition.
I mean, first of all, when you shoot a taser at somebody, you got to hold it so that they ride the lightning for 5 minutes. I think they go, for 5 seconds. They roll for 5 seconds regardless, so you can just chuck them, but it's not a natural thing. Like most people pop their taser and they hold the trigger in because they think mentally like this is what's going to, because if I pull the trigger like this, just, and I let my finger go, it doesn't matter. The taser shoots and it zaps for 5 seconds. There's no like, you don't get to go like, it's not like a machine gun. You know what I mean? It's not like a fire. It's like, I can't just hold the taser down and it's like forever. No, it's 5 seconds and then it's done.
Yep.
And I think you can pull the trigger like one more time and it'll give you like another 5 seconds. Then you got to change cartridges or something. I don't remember. I've tased a bunch of people, one in the pussy, but I've never like had to keep tasing somebody. It's always worked the first time, or it didn't work at all, and I just ditched it. So my point here is that this cop tases this guy and then throws his taser, knowing that it's still gonna roll, and he grabs his gun super fast. And for whatever reason, they bleep it out, but he pops this guy like twice. So let's watch it one more time, and then I got one more point to bring up.
Get off now! I'm getting off right now! Get off! Now! I'm getting off! Go off! Step off! Shut it off and step off now! I am! Get off! Now!
I am. No, I'm not. And I'm looking at the lawnmower.
I'm gonna tase you, James. And I'm gonna.
Did you catch that? And I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm gonna. This motherfucker was like, and I'm gonna kill you, is what he was about to say. He wasn't saying, and I'm going to make you a glass of tea. He didn't say, I'm going to
finish mowing your front yard.
Finish mowing your front yard. I'm going to mow your scalp. I'm going to kill you is what James said. I'm going to play that part one more time in case you guys missed it, but listen to what James says here.
You run, I'm going to tase you, James. And I'm going to. Drop the gun!
That is such a smooth transition. God.
Yeah, and he shoots him.
I want to put that on loop and just like even watching it slow-mo, knowing what's coming, the transition going from one hand to the other to chucking it while drawing, getting ready. Like there's a lot of things going on all at once while processing what's going on with the scene while you're by yourself. Abby asked that too. Is he by himself? It looks like he is by himself.
Yeah, and like, why wouldn't you be? I mean, you're in fucking nowhere, Michigan, probably.
Well, think how fast this, like a few seconds ago, he goes from literally walking through the store, walks into like the back shop area, walks up and says, hey, James, and James takes off on his lawnmower. This whole, everything that we've just talked about is less than 90 seconds. Like a lot of the video that we broke down was in that buffer zone during the Axon's buffer. That we don't have audio. That's how short this whole, so when it literally goes from 0 to 100%, but watching this back now, you can like, you know where that gun's at. You can watch and you can see those. Oh, look, he's doing that. I'm going to block it. I'm going to blade. I'm going to make sure you can't see it. He's doing everything that you're saying. He's all those indicators. Every one of those is there. So when you look at it,
so since this is less than 90 seconds, you want to just play the whole thing again and just, I won't stop it. I won't say anything. And you guys can watch all the indicators and see how this thing plays out. Here we go.
Yep. We'll biggie screen
from start to finish. Sorry for you audio listeners. Here we go.
This is coming from WILX News 10. So we're sharing it from. There's no audio right now because we're in the buffer zone.
How you doing, James? Come on out there, man. Come here. James, stop! 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 Get off the... Now! Get off! Now! Stop! 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 Now! Stop! Now! Get off! Get off now! I'm getting off right now! Get off! Now! I'm getting off! Go off! Step off! Shut it off and step off now! I am! Get off! Now! You run, I'm gonna tase you, James. And I'm gonna... Drop the gun!
I'm going to.
Send me another unit now. Shots fired. Suspect pulled a gun.
No,
He shot. Stand by.
He can't even think right now.
Suspect reached for a gun. Got tased.
Wow.
But
you see though,
what
you
that
see like
tells me,
how
though-
fast that went down.
What tells me though is this guy trains a little bit,
Yes.
at least a little bit, because all of this happens so fast. His brain's trying to catch up, but he's done. I would say what we would all do. He's done what I would have done. Like there's nothing here that I like Monday morning quarterback. I don't see anything how I would, because you don't know what you don't know. You can look at the indicators and think that, he's bleeding something. He's obviously there's something going on in that bottom right-hand pocket. It's either the pocket by the seat. There's something that's down there that he doesn't want you to see, whether it's drugs or a gun or a beer or whatever, a knife, a coupon for a great lawnmower deal. I don't know what it is, but he doesn't want you to see it, but you don't know what that is. So you have to figure out, is this going to be something bad? But then going from the transition of going from the taser while he's still riding the lightning and getting your gun out and getting shots off, that's studly.
It's so good.
And
it's like the indicators aren't going to help you because you're absolutely right. Like Josh said it, like just because you see the indicators, it could be a coupon, for 50% off your next oil change on your lawnmower. But like the cop noticed that there were indicators. He kept his taser out. Here's another thing to think about though, which is going to haunt this cop for the rest of his life. And that's not really brought up. And so I'm going to bring it up. This dude will forever think, what if my taser didn't work? Because tasers don't work all the time. I have literally I have tased somebody in the jacket and it didn't work. I have tased somebody in the jeans and it didn't work. I've had 2 taser deployments not work. That's it. That's all I have. I've had 2. I probably had like 4 that actually work. I didn't really tase that many people. I was more of a pepper spray guy myself. And one chick from the book, I tased in the vagina on accident while she was naked. It's in the book. I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud of myself, but you can read all about it and laugh if you want, or cry, or neither. Maybe you just go diddle after that. Maybe you're like, that's fun. Maybe that makes me happy inside. Riding a little lightning. Maybe I want to ride a little bit of lightning. I'll say that the cool thing about riding the lightning is you have this like moment of euphoria when it's all over. And I've always thought to myself, like, what if you pleasured yourself to the point and then tased yourself, and then at the end of the tase, that's when maybe that would be the best you've ever had, the best high you could ever possibly imagine. I don't know how many times would you have to get it wrong before you get it right,
because the timing on that,
you would have to play that right. It would be something you'd have to do yourself, or you'd have to do it with an intimate partner that knows that you are, you know what I mean? I don't want to get too into it because it's kind of a family show, but that's where my brain goes. Like, you guys want to know? Yeah. Listen, I've ridden the lightning twice, and I was like, dude, what if? That would be pretty cool. I don't know. This guy says, what if he pulled out a swordfish? It's a pet. It's a sword. Is it dangerous? I feel like one that's stupid because you're going to see it. Like, how are you not going to not? Have you ever seen a swordfish? As somebody who's caught swordfish before, like, you're not going to hide a swordfish in your pocket. Come on, Armory Knight. You're better than that. Fucking, what are you, from the Midwest? You never seen a swordfish? Idiot. Would be like crazier as if you pulled like a stonefish out, which I was in Cincinnati, Ohio with the One More Night I'm Out of Here podcast guys. And they had me they had me sleep at this, Airbnb, and the guy had an aquarium in a hidden room with a false room. Like, he had a movie theater downstairs, and then you moved a Pac-Man video game, and then there was a door there, and it goes into a whole bunch of aquariums, and they had old dangerous electric eels, stonefish, which are like one of the most deadliest fish in the world. Like a box jelly was in there. He has like all these crazy things that want to kill you. Did not have a swordfish in there, but like if they threw like a stonefish at you, like maybe he had some gloves and none of that's even. Come on, guys. Whatever. You guys are being stupid right now. You guys are being stupid. Go tase yourselves. Wow. Pleasuring yourselves. What a great episode of Fair to Stop. Thank you guys for joining. Go check out Pig Latin, the book on Instagram. Go buy the book. Today's show is brought to you by the book, sponsored by the book. Take this thing to the moon. If you have not left a review, a rating or review, one, go to Failure Shop Podcast on Spotify or iTunes or whatever and leave a review there for sure. But please leave a 5-star review on either Amazon or Goodreads. Goodreads.com or Amazon or both. If you really love me, do both. It's so important. Buy this book for a friend. Tell your friends about it. It really is a powerful book. It's a lot of fun. It's really great. And Mer530 says, are you doing a clip? Also, where are your book tour dates? Listen, they're still trying to get books out to every bookstore across the country. So we're waiting on that. Like, for instance, I was going to do a book signing this weekend in my own hometown, or in Raleigh, not my hometown, but in Raleigh. But they're already sold out of the books. So I can't really go do, it wouldn't profit them for me to go in there and do a book signing. So now we're waiting for them to get more books, except Amazon is shipping right now, is having a hard time keeping up because we are number one in the bestsellers in multiple genres. So it's not a problem. So what we're doing is we're waiting for everybody to get restocked back up, taking kind of a week break. But I am going to Georgia next week, but that is a super secret squirrel book signing for a very special. You'll probably hear about it. I just can't do it. I can't tell anybody about it until after it's done. But I don't think we're sold out of books. I think when you're trying to do your first print, and I'm not part of the printing process. That's not information. I'm not an expert in any of this field, but I would imagine that if you have to get 3 books and every Barnes and Nobles, like there's 3 Barnes and Nobles in Raleigh alone. All 3 had them. All 3 don't have them now. And there's 1 in Durham. So imagine if Durham, how many Barnes and Nobles are in Durham? How many are in Raleigh? How many are in Charlotte? And that's just North Carolina. Now you're talking about New York. You're talking about Texas. Like I said, I mean, I've had people sending me pictures on the shelves in Jacksonville, Florida, San Antonio, Texas, New York City. There are like independent bookstores that have the book.
You got the ones that went overseas.
Yeah, ones that went overseas. So I'm guessing that like it's just probably not as easy as we all think it is. You know what I mean? But yeah, some and somebody's like, "Oh, you sold out of bookstores." You know, blah blah blah. It's like they only probably had like 3 copies. You know what I'm saying? Still, so it's not.
Doesn't matter.
It's not like you're selling out like fucking facts. I will tell you this. I will tell you this. I've sold more books in a week than I probably sold rum in 6 years. Bottles of rum that I sold in 6 years.
It's amazing.
It's pretty fun.
It's one of those. I didn't get to know you before like the process of watching Instill come and become what it, I've not seen that process, and I've not got to follow completely at the beginning of the podcast, but I've got like pretty close to the beginning of this journey, and to watch like, other than Ashley, I don't know that anybody else has a better seat. Like, but to see everything come out and to see where it's at right now, and like all the good that's about to happen, all the fun that you're about to get to go, all the people you're about to meet, soak it up. Just you deserve
thank you.
Every bit about it. You legitimately, you work your ass off for this podcast and for the fans and for the Wolfpack so much. So this is one of those few times that you can get a return on that. This is like pat on your own back. So it's a great book. You guys need to go out and buy it, because I was joking about this, thinking to myself when I was in the shower before we get ready, that you are right now, what you're doing is we've missed out on pre-orders because the book's out. You can't get a pre-order anymore. We're in first edition time frame, because this book is going to outlast so long that you're going to have multiple editions. You're going to have the Christmas edition. You're going to have the extra content edition. You're going to have all this other stuff. So you're going to have the first.
Right. And I'm already working on Pig Latin, the Academy. So I'm going to write a whole book about a funny, true telling of my time in it won't be as long as this one. But I'm already working on it. I think that'll be really funny. Mer530 says he's going to buy it next week. Just buy the freaking audiobook, dude. It's worth it. And put it on in your car. $17. Go buy the audio. The audiobook is the one that's going to win all the awards. Like, because of all the voices, like I've already been contacted by like directors and all sorts of people that are like the audiobook is next. Just go read the reviews. I'm not even, bro, I'm not I always hate myself. I hate myself more than anybody could ever know. So I always joke that I'm a sommelier and I can tell you what kind of wine, but I can also blindfold myself, lick the barrel of a gun and tell you exactly what kind it is. I'm my biggest critic. And now I have 5 kids. I don't do that anymore, but and life always gets better. Don't do it. I promise you. Look, I'm proof it gets better. Promise you. But I will say that I don't say I do a lot of good things well. There's like 3 things I'm really good at. One, I'm really good at being a husband. I mean, I'm not great. Like I probably don't do as many chores as I should, and I could probably fold a lot more laundry and do dishes. But like other than that, like I'm a really good husband. I'm a great father. Not really much I can do better at being a father. Like there's really nothing else I can do. I'm perfect actually when it comes to parenting. Just kidding. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm not perfect, but I do a pretty fucking good job. Go look at my kids. And then all 5 of them. And then number 3, that audiobook is one of the best things I've ever done. It really is. Like, I've never done anything great. Like, I've never painted a picture and been like, that's my masterpiece. I've never written a song where I'm like, that's my like, I've never done anything, but that audiobook, they killed it. Like the directors, the audio engineer, Noah White, Travis Tawn, all those guys, they freaking made me sound really good, and it's really entertaining. So go get the audiobook and leave a review on Amazon or on Goodreads. One of the two. Doesn't matter. I love you guys. Guns up. Giddy up. Leroy Jerker.